Scenes, books on the 50s, books on the 40s, even looking at films that were made in that period. And all of a sudden, you start coming up with a visual concept.
That was always one of the major elements of the story, even in its earliest incarnation, which was to take a place and show what happens to it over a period of 30 years. What happened to everybody's hometown is obviously the same thing. They built the mall out in the boonies, and it killed all the business downtown, and everything changed. A real location was out because nobody was going to let us shut down their town to make it over into the 50s and then remake it over. So what we did was we used the Universal back lot, and we realized that the smart way to do it was to shoot all the 1950s stuff first, make the town look beautiful and pristine and wonderful for the 50s, and then just totally trash it down for the 1980s stuff, which is what we did.
The decision to have this size ensemble and take this direction came down while Bob was shooting the high school dance sequence. At that time, Bob was doing 5 things at once, and I walked in, I had seen a rough cut, and I walked up to Bob and I said, Bob, I see we can go 2 ways. We can go this way, contemporary, we can go big score. And he turns around and he goes, Al!
Big. Big. I kept telling Al that all I wanted was the score to be big. As you know, you make a film, you start to get a little bit paranoid that you don't have any vistas and giant shots. And Al and I had just done Romancing the Stone together, and we had jungles and waterfalls and a lot of stuff like that. So I told Al, make it big, open the movie up.
It was a very fundamental story, and it kind of gave us license to do this kind of overblown fantasy, old-fashioned movie score, which was a thrill. It's exciting to be in a room and hear all these people playing together, 98 people. I've been told it's the largest orchestra ever assembled in the history of Universal Pictures.
Huey Lewis is doing 2 songs for us, and he's also appearing in the film in a small cameo part.
Well, it's a new thing for me, you know, this acting. I didn't really prepare. They told me they wanted me to wear a brown suit and be a real nerdy thing. I couldn't really see the part, you know. If this is on MTV, I'm finished. Are you kidding? History. What happened to Huey Lewis? I don't know. He did a little bit part and nobody ever heard of him again. It's my acting debut, you know, which I'm taking very seriously. Oh, fellas, could we have the other band, please? Thank you.
Okay, good. Now, Huey, what you want to do is you want to just stay up there with the megaphone screaming at these guys until they stop.
Okay.
And here we go.
Partner?
And next, please. Next group, please.
Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, be good.
Back to the Future is a comedy, adventure, science fiction, time travel, love story.
It's just got everything in it.
Yeah, it's an action comedy, adventure, coming of age film. Musical.
Gotta get back in time. Gotta get back in time. Get back, get back. Get back, money.
Cat, print that, please.